Well, I wanted to ask, sort of as we're winding down on time here, I wanted to kind of take us full circle and be a little future forward thinking. Um, we've been trying not to talk too much about AI on this call, but it's been in the back of my head as we've been talking and as I've been hearing some of the things you've been saying. Um, Keeping that aside, what do you think we know that there's a great potential impact for AI on the future of our field. What do you think the human future of labor in the heritage world looks like? Where do you think humans will remain um, important or integral in the process of making collections accessible and telling stories about the past?
Just to start off, I mean, what we're struggling with right now is the deluge of data that we get. So,
Mm.
for instance, internal communication used to be staff magazines. Nowadays, it's the whole intranet. It's emails left, right, and center. It's various ways that people are communicating internally, and there's not a chance in the world for one archivist to go through it. So AI, we're hoping, is going to help us do the rough organization of those. And then the archivist will come in and start looking. And hopefully the archivist can start asking questions, what don't we have here? Much more than we're able to ask right now. So to find the gaps in the collections even more easily than we can now. And I think we've touched upon old wars. There are current wars. And in wartime, we all know that various actors will hide what they're doing, or they will keep a lid on it for now until they see what the outcome is. And to be able to ask those questions also on current collections will be super important. So I think there's a huge need for critical archivists.
Yeah, that critical
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think to Andrew's point, it's, with all the data and the ability to now process that, I think that it short term, at least, I think it's going to shift the focus from more hands-on manual processing to more efficient, judgment-driven roles, right? So like almost like oversight roles. You're presented the data, you can then make a judgment call or decision with that data more efficiently than what you would have been able to do prior. So I think it bodes well short term. If you look at it from that perspective, long term, all bets are off. I have no idea. I don't think any of us do. It's frightening to think 10 years down the road, even 2 years, 3 years down the road at this pace. It's quite something.
I think, like Danny said, we're going to be project managers and supervisors for artificial archivists. But also, I hope that sort of what we've talked about at the top of this conversation, the community building and the interaction with the collectors of these materials and the creators of these materials. I hope that human interaction never goes away. Um, the emotional aspect of what we do with and for somebody as a consultant with and for a client is the reward to me for this job. And so to lose that and to lose the ability to build that trust, to teach somebody why their collection is important and just what they can do with it. That still requires a human to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a wonderful place to leave off in terms of hope, right? And thinking
Yeah.
about our hope for humans in our field, knowing as we all do that while there's possibility, there's still a crucial importance in meaning making from the humans, and that the labor that we do is still crucially important and will remain important. Any parting words from anyone?
Just agreeing with what you said, I think we've all heard the story about Alexander the Great, who had on the camel next to him, he had the storyteller, the historian, who wrote down everything that happened as it was happening. So ever since Alexander the Great, there has been an archivist, and they will continue to be there.
I like that.
Cool.
That's lovely. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for joining in on this conversation today. I hope it sparked some thoughts for everybody who's speaking, but also anyone that's listening. So
Thanks for having us, Megan.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Megan.
See you.